Hey there, guys! I've just watched episode and I broke the goddamn video. Uh, can you please work? Episode what? Episode 14 of Parasyte. Um, the reaction is in the description. Go watch it. The links are there, and go back here if you want to listen to the discussion. And the discussion starts right now. And this one is definitely not gonna be long because it's late and I wanna eat and yeah, those things. So we start with the end of Shinichi Murano's situation. She says that his eyes are so empty and walks away, and he says sayonara, which means goodbye, but not like goodbye like see you goodbye. It's a goodbye that means actually goodbye. Probably never gonna see you again. But I don't know. I don't think it's the case here. And I mean, this episode was actually quite difficult to understand everything that was happening. Migi changed his way of thinking and he protected Shinichi, not he like emotionally basically protected Shinichi at the point when the private investigator started um, telling him that if you're a human being you have to sacrifice yourself, like you know secrets, you have like power, either kill parasites or give yourself to science, like it's your duty basically. And Migi like went and protected the man. It's like, do you know how this little teenage high school guy, how much shit he went through? Like his mother died, he killed her in the end, like her being Parasite. He was in a pool of blood trying to save people, and like so many different awful events happened to him. And like, were you able to go through at least some of those? And even the man is like, nope. And that was nice. So Migi, before that, Migi was, uh, I mean, he was watching and learning, but not like now. He literally went protecting the man, his friend that felt like that. I mean, and even Shinichi noticed that Migi changed his mood and his way of thinking and speaking. And yeah, Migi actually says that he notices that Shinichi's not relationship, Shinichi's thoughts towards killing people, not killing people, all those things. So they decided to cooperate with our man Mamoru, who's here, and he's good, and that's great. And they explain the thing, copy the head of a poor detective man, and so they decided to kidnap him and to speak with him, to confront him. I don't exactly understand why they needed him to know that all, just to explain to him so he goes silent. So like, like, here's our secrets, you have to understand our situation, you will be killed if you're gonna speak, but since you know, be silent about it, right? I suppose they wanted to reason with the man. And but yeah, then we see that he actually was speaking with Tamiya, gave her the results of the investigation, and she's like, okay, okay. She understood that she understood that he saw too much, and she stops him, like says, okay, it's enough. I feel like you're starting hallucinating or something, like creating some weird stuff. But the man is not stupid. He realized that she knew about right arm. Right arm actually attacked him, and his inner detective really wants to do that, while she, as the person who hired him, doesn't want to do that. And people, stupid people, instead of eating and drinking their juices, they're all like, Nani? Like, looking at like, Jesus, people, have you never seen other people speaking together? Ridiculous. So they part ways. He drops and she like smiles and laughs. So she developed sadistic emotions, I suppose. She felt good that the man fell. I mean, and Tamia, and yeah, that's the face. That is the face. That is not a woman I want to marry. Um, Tamia is extremely weird. I cannot read her. I mean, that's understandable because she's Parasyte, but it's impossible. Like 1 second she's normal, another second she tries to understand very deep things about our world, living creatures, and like their relationship. Another second she goes crazy. I don't know, but she's definitely an interesting character, nonetheless. And like, it's like actually, she was actually laughing like a maniac at some point. So Kuramori, our detective, comes home, drinks some. I don't know what's that. Some. That's not a language. And I have daughter, he have wife, and you know what? I don't like that. It would have been better if he had no daughter and he had no wife, because since he have those, they are like have red flags in their bodies everywhere. They're literally in danger now. I can give my te. I don't know. So the woman called te said like te te. So te is hand. Migi is right hand. But is Migi is still te? Or te is left hand? No, she actually. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna learn some Japanese because we're like smart people. So he drinks and his wife drinks, and she didn't look like a beautiful woman at the beginning, but then like she has like a mole here. I mean, in like the side views, like she's extremely beautiful. Um, and they drink, and she goes like, Anata, don't go too deep into that. You don't look good, and the business you went into doesn't look safe. Can you not go into? And he's like, I'm your husband. I'm gonna prove you. I'm gonna prove you. Just watch me. And he has books there. They specifically focused on books, though. Can I watch them? Can I see? Can I see the books, please? So he did not want to stop. So I don't think he will stop. So the books are the Japanese mystery genre, the Western mystery genre, mystery anthology. I mean, I suppose he likes mystery just a tiny bit. But then they kidnap the man. And Mamoru looks like actually like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Literally. Just the Jesus. Definitely. If that man appeared out of nowhere and said that come with me if you wanna live, I would come with him because that's no joke. So they kidnap him. He's afraid. That's understandable. And then they tell the story about everything, about how it all happened, how his mother died, how Migi appeared, how they live now together, and yada yada yada, all the story. And then they ask him to not tell anyone about it. And as I've said, I can understand the reasons because he already knows about that, and they just confronted him and told him the whole story, and they tried to reason it to him with him like so he understands why this story should be not told to anyone because he will be in danger, they will be in danger. It's not gonna end well. But the first reaction was like, "How can you say that? It's like your responsibility, yada yada." And then Miggy started protecting the man, and the parasites like went attacking because he was like a normal human being behavior, like kill those parasites, goddamn creatures. But parasites, at least two guys we have here, they're not evil. They just want to live. I mean, everyone wants to live. Every life form just wants to live. Of course, it has some mechanisms like reproduction, like feeding. They have needs and they want something. But the main thing is just live. So that's understandable. And those poor piggies, they're being killed also when they live. But no, we eat them. But then again, I still think that there's nothing bad in us feeding pigs. It's just how we do that and all the things around it. Um, but the human's reaction is not proportional to this opinion, you know. So like humans, like you don't kill humans. You kill pigs, but you don't kill humans. Kill human bad, kill piggy good. They don't think about like, well, everyone might become a prey of someone. So yeah, the men have the normal human reaction on this all. Parasites have normal reaction on normal human reaction, and this is like almost killing him, but thankfully not, and he ends up in the pose, in the nice pose. Um, and then Migi protects. Yeah, I believe rights are concept unique to the human species. That's what Migi said, like a very good phrase. So like we created rights for ourselves. Right. What's about pigs' rights? Those pigs that we eat. I mean, there are like some regulations about them, but those are not rights. Yes, there are some rights not about humans, but I don't think it's just they're just called like that. But technically, I mean, you don't see birds asking for their rights. You know, it's us who kind of gave some of the birds as example, like theoretical example, rights to do something, and those rights are mostly um, what's the word? Limiting our rights towards them. It's not like they have their rights. No, it's like our rights are limited towards them. So you can't kill this creature because it's very, very rare. And so this is not their rights, it's our limited rights. And Migi says that the rights are something absolutely unique to human beings. And I love this philosophy in Parasyte. This is great. This is the thing that I love about him, that I love about it. Goes deep, and there's no right answer here because yes, we have rights because we have minds, we can speak, we can communicate, we develop more than those creatures. You know, there's like primitive creatures and there's the smarter intelligent creatures. So that's understandable. If you look at the monkey, that I mean, depending on what monkey, they behave sometimes as human beings. Like actually see a little funny, fluffy human being in there. They have emotions. They can laugh. They can cry. They have like eyes like humans and nails and fingers. But they don't speak about rights. They live as animals, even though like pretty smart animals. But monkey, they don't ask for rights. They don't care about those. I kind of lost my thought. So, anyways, My mouse is not working again. Jesus, I bought this mouse for many money, and it does not work. Or either my computer blown up, either the mouse doesn't work. It just stopped working. It just does not work. No, but it's just the mouse. The computer is working. I don't get it. Is this like something wrong with the mouse or what? It just died. It's not working completely. Piece of shit mouse. Expensive one. I'm gonna throw that shit at some point. Just out of anger. Great. After I remove the battery, it works. It works super awesome now. It's like, oh, so good. Such a powerful and amazing mouse. A piece of shit mouse. And it's expensive. So with this dialogue ended, and they go asking him about who hired him to investigate, and he's like, I'm not gonna tell you. But Miggy's like, is this our woman? And this is actually interesting that Miggy said, I'm pretty sure that that's a woman, and not just some random woman. First of all, she's a parasite, and the second, she is an exact parasite from the story that you just heard about. Yeah, about stuff, about school exploding, and all that. I was like, whoa. And Tamura Reiko. So her name is Tamura Reiko. Well, she was Tamiya Ryoko. I know about how about Japanese people because their names and they're like interesting. As far as I know, like many names are have meaning inside them, like deep meanings, depending on how they're written. Like as example, there's a name Aoi, which means blue sky or something. It's not like very manly name, but still pretty beautiful one. So I don't know about changing Tamura and Tamiya and Reiko and Ryoko, how much difference there is, how much difference in writing, but sound wise, listening wise, I mean for me, yeah. Tamiya, Tamura. I'm gonna be messing those names, I think. What's up with my nose? And then she calls him and like, let's meet. And then she have this weird, not weird, just a very deep lecture about altruism in behavior, about creatures. So the man, like, if we shorten this as much as possible, the idea is that no, it's not just humans who are altruistic. Animals also do that, and even with other species, not just like inner species, but between other species. So as example, he went with bees sacrificing themselves. But this is those creatures. They're like society creatures, kind of like we have like ants society inside those like huge and and I don't know how it's called, like those colonies. And bees, they're like, yeah, they live as a little society, little like country of their own. So that's normal for them to behave like that. And this behavior it's actually commanded because they have like chemical some chemicals going on, and they feel it and they know this is the command to do this or to do that. But they sacrifice themselves. And the man shortened this whole idea mostly to the fact that there's a gene, the sacrificial gene or something like that. And Tamura, studied there. So she went there literally because she was interested in this. And yes, she keeps researching not just humans, not just parasites, but life. I don't know. She looks like half crazy, half smart woman. More crazy than smart. I mean, looks are that because she grabs a poor kiddo like that. Um, but she's the thinking type, and I don't know what she wants, what goes through her mind. She still bears the child. Have this child. I mean, so anyways, and these two girls looking at the child. I mean, they were everywhere. They want a child so bad. Give him child now. Give him two. And not serve to protect one's own species. Yeah, so I will rewatch that later, cause I kinda is like 1.5 hour during the night, so I don't think I'm ready for theories. To consider whether human efforts. Blah, blah, blah. I just have to rewatch the whole thing. I don't want to do that now. I'm gonna rewatch it during the editing. The editing are altruistic or selfish in nature. But the idea is interesting. I'm gonna rewatch it. Don't worry. And they speak with Tamiya again. She notices that he changed. She wanted to exchange information again with Migi because they're living as species. She told him that we actually evolving. We wanna hide now. We wanna survive. We wanna adapt. And the mayor guy, but she kind of denied that she knows about him a lot. But we know that she was speaking with some guy that looked like a boss. The man. And she goes with humans and livestock coexist. She brings poor piggies. So yes, you coexist with those pigs, and they coexist with you, but they're literally like your piggy-eating monster in front of their eyes. But Shinichi again with human reaction, like that's kind of true, but I still hate you. And this is a normal thing. This is a normal thing. If you're some rabbit, you will hate um, wolves, especially if they ate your child or like relatives. I mean, if you're a thinking rabbit, so this normal for you to hate predators, but wolves will not hate like their prey. I mean, they like him, they like them, but wolf also have some predators. Not like a lot of wolves eat wolves, but I mean, yeah, the bear can eat wolf, can kill and eat it. Like cats, big cats also can eat other predators, so it's not like often because that is how it is. But it is normal for prey to feel bad, to be angry at those who you're killing. And if you're not on the very top, you will always have someone who you will be hating, and you're hating him not just because he's bad or he's like wolf, but because he actually did that. He eat your someone, and he can eat you, so that's understandable. And Shinichi reaction is also understandable. He hates parasites because they killed his mom. If they didn't kill anyone in front of his eyes, but they were doing that somewhere, he just don't know about that, he would take it much more easier, like lighter. And she notices that when there's a mother, when the mother situation was brought, he got super extremely angry. And this is something that changed him very much. And she kind of provokes him, like, "Oh, that's mother. Was she killed?" La la. He actually goes like hard breathing, and this is interesting dynamic because she's like a mother now. She has a child, and we have Shinichi, who lost a mother, and she actually killed the mother of her host. So it's like this cycle of mothers and theme of mothers also going on. And then she went crazy screaming and it kinda goes away. So I don't know, she kinda experimented again. He goes emotional, runs away, calls humans. Like he's not human anymore. I don't know if it's a good or bad sign, but it was badass. And then there's fortune teller Granny. And let me hear what she says. Yeah. Te o misete. Te. Hidarite. So left is Hidari, while right is Migi. I mean, I know if Hidari and Migi is left and right, but Hidarite is left arm and Migite is right arm. Sugoi. Sugoi. Watashi. And she says like, oh, I mean, she's pretty on point. You have a hole in your heart, and you need to meet a person who made this hole, and this is his mom, and he's like, I killed her. That's badass. That's badass. I mean, he's also kind of like Tamiya, as I've said. Like 1 second he's normal, another second he's like scared, and another second like cold-blooded person. And the episode ends there. Here's your discussion, and of course it went longer than I intended. Uh, but yeah, that was interesting. That was a good episode. That was a progression. That was like a little Tamiya, um, a focused episode, I suppose, because she's an interesting character that's here for quite a long time already, and her subplot is also interesting. Um, so here you go, guys. The next episode will gonna be tomorrow. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.